It's up to us what we make out of this world when we are here. As a generation of people, we are empowered in a way that no generation could ever imagine. No generation could ever imagine. Even 25 years ago, they could not imagine what we have today, what we are capable of today because of the technological empowerment that we have. So when we are so empowered, what are we going to do with this empowerment? See, just look back on the history of humanity. Never before there was an opportunity for a whole humanity to somehow change. That was never possible. Because if Gautama, the Buddha was speaking in India and Jesus was speaking somewhere else and somebody else was speaking somewhere else, hardly 25 people heard them. 12 people followed him, one of them freaked on him. Yes, I'm saying this has been the history of this. Whenever people came up, if they spoke something different, either we nailed them or poisoned them or stoned them and did something to them. Simply because forever humanity has wasted itself believing something or the other. This is the first time that maximum number of human beings are able to even think for themselves. Never before this was possible. And it's very important, it is not one gender, both the genders of the species are out and can think. It's not a small thing. Never before this has happened. When such a happening is happening and we are so technologically empowered, if at all, if we want to raise human consciousness, this is the time. So, as I said, this is our time. Are we going to make this a neurotic time, an anxious time, a blissful time, an enlightened time, is up to us. Don't think, oh, what can I do? Well, today every human being is empowered, isn't it so? Even if you have some rubbish to say, your rubbish can be made global. Yes or no? So this is your opportunity, in whichever way you can, not trying to teach the world, but in whichever way you can, you must make this happen, that around you, wherever you are, everybody should think, feel, understand and experience little more than where they are right now. This is something that is the privilege of a human being, that if you have the privilege of touching and transforming just one more life or 10 more lives, this is a fantastic possibility. There's no greater fulfillment in your life. If you don't know how, if you want tools, we can offer you all the tools that you want. We have opened up our archives, probably I'm the only one who is throwing out… People were telling me, some expert on the internet was coming and advising me, Sadhguru, what you have thrown out there is $1 billion property, you just thrown it out. I said, I'm not interested in the $1 billion, I'm interested in the 7.6 billion people, how do I get them? Will you make me go in installments of 3,000 or will you multiply it? Whichever way you can, this is not about me, this is not about Isha, this is about our time on this planet. What the hell are we going to do with our time on this planet? This will not come again. Our time on this planet will not come again, isn't it? This weekend is not going to come back again to us, it's over. Like this, every minute that we spend, every moment that we spend is over. Our time on the planet is very limited, but we are super empowered. Compared to how people were 1,000 years ago, we are almost superhuman, isn't it so? Yes. If somebody could turn on a light 1,000 years ago, he would be a superman. Yes or no? So, what we have today in our ability to do things, above all in our ability to communicate, is so big. If we don't do it now, this means you can't turn the humanity around.